This is how I hot wax dop up a gemstone. First I take a piece of cubic zirconia, I dunk it in alcohol that has some wax dissolved in it. I believe this helps make a better bond between the stone and the dop. Once the stone is dried, I put it on top of a old coffee mug warmer. I also preheat the dop on top of the warmer as well. Now that the dop and the stone are preheated, the fun begins. I use an old alcohol lamp. I use this to heat up the dop itself. Notice I'm using a clothespin to hold on to the dop, as this thing will get very hot. In my other hand is a dop wax, and what I'm doing is I'm heating it up from the bottom so that the runny wax runs onto the dop itself as it gets warm. When I get enough wax on there, I try and distribute it a little bit and then put a little dollop on top of the table section of the stone. Rub it around a little bit to get some smear it on. I generally do this twice, put a little bit more wax on. Then I'll heat the dop a little bit more, and then I will go and try and connect the dop to the stone. Initially, the dop and the stone are so hot that the wax remains runny, but as it cools off, it gets stickier. What I'm trying to do is flip the stone up on top of the dop. Yes, it looks like a circus act. With small stones, this is actually easier because the wax cools off faster and is a little bit stickier. Now I can adjust the stone. The wax is still a little bit soft, and I can move it around and center the stone on top of the dop. Now I put the stone into my dop rack. The wood allows it to cool nice and slowly. Now that when the stone cools off, you can actually see that it formed a good fillet joint on it. Nice and shiny, nice and thin around the edges, and this stone will not fall off.